Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Binh and I'm a pastry chef opening a cafe at 23 in Las Vegas. But today's vlog is actually going to be about all my hobbies outside of work. I've been trying to fuel my creative side and I'm learning how to be okay with being cringe and being bad at new hobbies and skills. I'm trying not to care about other people's opinions. Our first hobby is learning how to play guitar, but my guitar is too big for me and it's actually giving me carpal tunnel. Good morning! I hurt my wrist last night. I don't know how. I wasn't taking the sprain seriously and I was using it this morning and now the pain is like really bad. So I'm gonna take some ibuprofen and I wrapped it so I can't use it anymore. Little Miss Coach. I have a lot of medicines in here. I'm gonna see if I can still play the guitar with my hand wrapped up. Playing with the pick kind of freaks me out a little bit because if it sounds bad and it's loud, double homicide. And then I get anxious and insecure and I don't want to continue practicing. Her in the riders, baby, would you please? Her pen and cup. It's getting better, day by day.
Several days later.
Singing scares the crap out of me. Your vocal cords are a muscle, so you have to like practice it. Being bad and being cringe freaks me out so much that I stopped singing in middle school because I wasn't good at it. I was a choir kid and I just felt like I wasn't good. I just stopped singing completely and then switched into dancing. Now that I'm older, I'm like, who cares if I'm cringe? I just want to learn how to sing. Watching videos on how to sing better. Something I learned today, when you breathe in with your diaphragm, you want to think of your lungs in 3D and sing in all areas, including pushing air to the back. That way, you have to engage your back muscle and engage like your pelvic floor as well. And then I also just watched a video on how to not sing nasally and how you're supposed to like push the air forward towards your teeth instead of letting it vibrate in your nose. This is a lot of information. I'm honestly overwhelmed. Chapel Roan, the YOLO aspect of her singing, I think that's so cool. So I was like practicing that today as well. It's her one song where it's like It's really difficult. Okay, I'm gonna try it one more time. Even though I suck at it, I feel like we just gotta start somewhere. And I'm not that embarrassed about being bad at stuff anymore and putting it online. I think it's cooler to be bad at something and still having the balls to do it rather than feeling cringe your whole life and never learning any of the skills that you want to learn because of societal pressure and the societal fear of looking stupid. I think that's cringe. That's what's cringe, not being bad at something, being scared to do something because other people's opinions of you. Yeah. For 15 hours, I have to stay up another like 5 hours because I have a dance rehearsal. I'm gonna go make myself a second cup of matcha today so I can make sure I'm not knocked out by that rehearsal. Second matcha of the day. Oh, it's so good. I don't dance often anymore, but I used to dance a lot during high school. I'm just helping my friend Malia with a choreo project showcase for my old dance team, Exodus. We had 2 rehearsals in my home studio with Sephra and Malia, and it was really, really fun.
Oh. One more time for Sephra. Sorry. I was fucking around in the beginning. He says, that's big bro. I go, that's... Big bro? Who are you calling big? Big bro. What are you doing with big bro? You guys can move up. Don't be shy now. Let's some more. Okay. Why am I filled with this hate? Why am I filled with this hate? Me when my name is Hate. I want to take what I got. Yeah, you want to take what I got. I take it. I'm like, bass. Go, boom, boom. Yeah. Shit. Why am I filled with this hate? They say shoot. They say shoot. And Binhie, what's up with you? Let's get back to business. 5, 6, 7, 8. Cut in a room. Ta-ta. I'm femme. Guys, am I mask or femme? Or am I futch? You're... See what you're doing.
A week before my period, I think all my joints just get messed up. Yeah.
So you just fall apart?
Yeah.
I get inflammation.
You have PMDD, so you get mood swings too?
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah, but it's like the week before. Yeah. One of my main focuses last year has been working on my self-care and beauty routine. I love feeling girly and pretty. My skin is super sensitive, so the products I use have to be very clean. So I'm really excited to receive this PR package from It's Cosmetics. They were the first makeup brand I ever used as a teenager, and their products are always gentle on my skin. But let me tell you guys about my base first, because you guys can't have good makeup without good base. I'm using 2 barrier repair moisturizers, and then I'm going in with this Merit oil to give me that glossy glass skin look. I live in a desert, so I need to pack in that oil and moisture. My makeup tip for today is follow a routine of someone that lives in your same climate. So this is PR from It's Cosmetics. Previously, they sent me PR of their CC cream, and so I think this is their concealer, and I'm very excited to try it. Blurs, hydrates, and drops. The Do It All Radiant Concealer. Ooh! So we have 2 concealers and the concealer brush. Oh, we twinning? We have medium cool and light medium cool. My CC cream shade is medium cool. Let's do swatches for both. Light medium cool. Medium cool. Light medium cool is definitely going to be way too yellow for me, I think. Right now I'm kind of very yellow, so maybe not. Which one do we think? I'd rather go in with the medium since my foundation shade is the medium. I have some breakouts because I'm about to start my period. When I cover my dark circles, I don't like to get too close to my eye, just around my dark spots area. And then I also like to do my mid face and then just around my lips. Let's try out this concealer brush. It's really soft. Ooh, this blends out really beautifully. My skin is super sensitive, so a brush can usually irritate it. I'm gonna gauge if this brush irritates my skin as well. And I need to switch wrists. Trying to limit the use of it, but I still keep using it. Ooh, how do we like that? Would we say that's a match? It feels pretty soft on my skin, so I kind of like it. I'm just putting on some blush right now. This is the Merit Beauty Blush in Mood. This has been my go-to blush. Because I live in such a dry climate, I actually prefer creamy products over powder ones because I do live in a desert and I don't want to make my face even drier and my skin even drier than it is. Because I have very high cheekbones, I like to emphasize them. And then something super exciting, another package to open today. I love opening packages. I bought a new plastic eyelash curler. This one is from Muji, and I love Muji as a brand. They are a Japanese home and stationery brand. I've lost my eyelash curler a few days ago. I like buying eyelash curlers from Asian brands as an Asian girl because, you know, Asian eye shapes are different. So if you feel like your eyelash curler never works for you and you're only using American brands, that might be why. Like, period. That looks so good. Okay. I also bought Merit mascara because they are a vegan and allergy-free brand. And I've just been having so many allergic reactions that I've switched back to American makeup brands. Just so it's easier for me to keep track of what's allergen-free and what's not. Then my last step is lipstick. Merit. in Brownstone. And then the MAC Cosmetics mini lipstick of Rich and Roses. The YSL Plumping Lip Gloss, which I also got in PR. I'm grateful to get all these makeup products in PR. Like, makeup is one of my hobbies, and being able to experiment and test out all these products is amazing. And there you go. Everyday makeup done. Something you can do in 5 minutes. My makeup routine used to take an hour and 30 minutes because I used to do a very detailed Douyin look, but I don't have time for that anymore, so this is fine. It's spring in Vegas, but that just means that it's going to be 100 degrees and up for the next 5 months until it gets really, really freezing cold. Somehow, you can still garden in the Vegas heat. So my boyfriend and I went to a nursery and we picked up strawberries, raspberries, and some basil. I started gardening 5 years ago during COVID, but I was too broke back then to buy the things that I needed, like good soil, compost, and fertilizer, so everything that I planted died. But this year, we're going to spend some money and we're going to try to keep things alive. After we brought the plants home, we let them acclimate to the climate so they don't get shell shock when we transpot them. I'm going to transfer every single plant that we bought into bigger pots so that it can grow fruits and it won't be root bound. I've also been propagating some Thai basil. You know, the herbs that they give to put in your pho? I use the bottom leaves of the basil and then I take the basil and propagate it and then plant them. I've been checking on them every few days to make sure that they're not dying and moving them around to see which plant likes which spot of the garden. Sometimes they can get too much sun sun in some spots and not enough in others. Like my basil was limping here a little bit, so I decided to take it and put it into the shade, and it's doing a lot better now. Now that I have a little more money as an adult, I bought this pH soil tester so I can make sure my raspberries are getting potted into some acidic soil. Plants are very specific. Some of them like a basic soil, some of them like an acidic soil. Sometimes I get motivations to do things when the sun is down, but it's okay because with a flashlight you can garden at any time of the day. I think it was 12 a.m. when I got motivation to prune the fig tree and to propagate it. So I took some cuttings and then I cut off all the leaves to promote root growth. I stuck it into some soil and I'm going to make sure to keep it moist for the next week. After 3 weeks, I'll know if the plants died or if they rooted and I have new fig trees. I also have this potato plant that volunteered to grow. I actually threw it away into the compost, but then it started sprouting. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to bury it in some more dirt. Potatoes will grow a lot if you cover and bury the entire plant. It is so cool and I'm so excited to dig for potatoes in a few months. The last gardening thing I did this week was buy some soil and amend the garden bed. So this garden bed right here is full of mint and sweet potatoes. I live in a Filipino household, so we use these sweet potato leaves in a lot of soups. I will definitely keep you guys updated on the garden as spring and summer goes through. I've been harvesting a lot of strawberries and eating a few every day. I'm very excited for the raspberries and the figs to be fully ripe as well. I started my sourdough journey around COVID as well, and it was horrible. I think I've made 40 sourdough loaves and they all turned out mediocre. This is actually the first time I made sourdough where I feel like I really got it down, which is crazy because a lot of things actually went wrong. I started by feeding my starter and I let it sit outside because I was on a time crunch, and then I auto-leased my flour and water to start building gluten. After an hour, I mixed those two and I started some stretch and folds, but I think I actually made too many and built up too much gluten because the dough was slightly tearing. And then I wanted to let it rest for an hour, but I had to go get some blood drawn for some medical tests, and that actually took 3 hours. And with sourdough, you're supposed to stretch and fold like every 30 minutes in between. And by the time I got back, my dough was already done pre-fermenting because I stretched and folded too much on the first round and it made a lot of heat. The dough was hotter, so it pre-fermented a lot faster. So when I got back and I realized all this, I did 2 more stretch and folds within 30 minutes of each other instead of an hour. What I learned is that you can't go off the time in a recipe. You have to go off of the dough and the feeling of the dough. We're dividing the dough into 3 to make a matcha, hojicha, and a regular dough, and I'm shaping all of them into balls before putting them in the fridge to let them rest for an hour. During this hour, I'm also going to start preheating my oven to 475. After the hour, I'm going to take it out, score the bread, and stick it in the oven for around 30 minutes with some ice cubes to steam. You have to let sourdough cool completely before cutting, but I couldn't wait, so I just cut into it, but it was still really delicious, and it was amazing with just some salted butter. Let's take a look at these cross sections and look at the crumb. I'm pretty proud of myself. The texture is definitely the best texture I've ever gotten. I'm having some issues with very large bubbles on top and not scoring it enough, so the air bubbles is bursting out from the bottom. But we are not aiming for perfection. We are just aiming for something that is edible and that tastes good.